LegionsCast. Are we on YouTube?
We are on YouTube, right, Cody?
Yeah.
All right.
Pete, if you want to explain real quick what we're doing.
Hey, YouTubers, LegionsCast. We are currently watching a trailer right now that is being dropped for the first time from the guys at the Four Horsemen.
Holy cow.
We're going to talk about it soon. Bear with us.
Oh.
Mythic Legions Tactics. Huh. War of the Aether Blade.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Let the games begin.
Oh, yes.
MythicLegionsGames.com.
Oh. Look at the comments.
John
God,
goes
oh
crazy.
my God.
Yes, online game.
Yeah.
Hang tight. They're going to bring us on to the live LegionsCon for 2020. We'll be right back with you, YouTube. Just hang out. All right, all right. They're going to do a couple of giveaways. Just hang out. Look at our sexiness.
That was Gorgo. Holy shit.
That's crazy. Oh, man.
The question I have for you is, how's that going to clash with your clans there, Travis?
I know.
Clash of Clans might be putting on the shelf.
Yep.
Or
be like Mythic Legions. Or I'm sorry, be like Marvel
Clash
Legends.
Royale, I should say, might be going on the shelf. Clash of Clans has been on the shelf since Pete left.
Yeah.
What?
We quit clans. Like when you left, we quit playing clans. Now we play Royale, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I that's what I meant.
Yep. Joe is like, this is the easiest con I've ever ran in my life.
Right.
I sat in my office.
Jeremy, you want to do a con?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
All
have
right.
fun.
Yeah.
You can use my name. You can.
And yet, Jeremy Gerard does not have a Mythic Legions figure built after him.
Very true.
We are. I'm gonna have to. I can't hear you guys with my headphones on.
That's why I've got one off.
Yeah. If you guys did not check out LegionsCon this year, it was a virtual con basically built entirely in Crowdcast. Some panels. I did a panel about customizing Mythic Legions. Steven did a panel about the art of Mythic Legions. There was some third-party stuff. A ton of great donations from a lot of customizers, custom painters. They're giving out a bunch of just cool stuff. If you guys missed it, you definitely missed out. Very shortly, they're going to be bringing us on live. We're going to do a chapter of LegionsCast specific for LegionsCon 2020. We're going to talk about that trailer that we just watched when we opened the YouTube video. We're going to talk about the Olivia wave from yesterday. We're going to talk about some unveils, some revealing information about Cosmic Legions. So we got a great episode for you guys. Again, we wanted to do some YouTube action and
Jeremy just froze up.
wanted to share it this way as well. Due to our setup today, to have the best quality we could possibly have for the online con, we're not able to record this episode simultaneously, so we chose the YouTube platform. So
We're froze.
It's there. It's
It's
them
them.
though, because the comments are still going.
Yep.
So
this happened earlier with Viteri. Very earlier this morning, the same thing happened. So
currently looks like about 400 people online watching LegionsCon. It was what, $6?
$6.
Yep, to attend. I think people that did it probably are very happy with the amount they paid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are people being told to refresh somehow though to get back on?
Yeah, should we?
There is a way to refresh it. If you go down, if you pull down,
Or if I just refresh the whole page?
do it. Yeah, do it. Just see what happens. Yep.
Oh, so good.
So good.
Luis Torres donated an awesome Undead Templar that they're giving away right now. Love to have my hands on it. Not unlike a couple of these badass ones that Stephen Bisciotti did. Anybody watching on YouTube, Cody?
KJ Smith.
What up, KJ? How do I look? Do I look fat, Cody? Can you see my nipples through my shirt? That's been kind of a weird thing this weekend. Oh my, I'm like Jabba the Hutt.
See, I like that angle better. I wish put that other thing there.
You don't look like Jabba the Hutt, Pete.
You look like you ate
What's
Jabba the Hutt.
what's
You look-
Spaceballs? I look like Pizza the Hut.
No, you look like Jabba the Gut.
Oh, you're filthy. You're Jabba the Butt. I can smell you. I can smell you with your farts.
Ugh.
We're here. We're live in the studio. This is our second day in a row we've been here. We all took yesterday off from work to be a part of G-Con, and the Four Horsemen did not disappoint. It was absolutely amazing. So, final giveaway.
It's funny. Like my day yesterday was so drama free.
Drama free,
It felt amazing.
except for was it mindless force or whatever his name
Oh
was?
yeah, I guess that aspect.
Yep.
But literally, that was like our only complaint yesterday was having to
Yeah, Mad Dog 2020.
watch people spam. Oh, that's a big one. Ilgar.
Is that an actual Ilgar or is that a
Yeah,
custom?
no, that's actually him. I think looks like him.
Cannot wait, YouTube, to open up these Four Horsemen stamped official parchments. Super exciting. I don't want to break that seal. That's so cool.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Should we all be going, whoa, when we come on?
No, I think that's a little too crazy, dude. I mean,
We should
LegionsCast chapter.
we should channel our Walter.
We're supposed to do that. It's like podcasters.
No, it's not like podcasters. People
It should
actually
be
listen
like
to it.
podcasters.
they didn't ask for podcasters; they asked for LegionsCast.
Yeah, people enjoy Legions.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but nobody asked for podcasters.
So if all of the Mythic Legions characters from the Sons of the Red Star were working at McDonald's, who'd be at the drive-thru window? Who'd be on the fryers?
This is why I can't be Happy Steve. My wife's gonna.
This
kill
is
me.
exactly how they would have. That's something
if
they
I don't
would
have
have.
Jeremy and I got these two bastards,
Tell you right now, Hagnon makes one hell of a flurry.
There we go.
please makes work. Please.
Who's doing the intro?
He did it. Steve's gonna start us, and you're gonna recap.
Your chapter,
Waiting to.
or I'll say episode like he always does.
He's gonna bring us in.
Bringing us on right now, YouTube.
We gotta think. Gonna get the invite shortly. This has been quite the experience.
How obvious was it that I was vaping during my panel?
I never
Because
noticed.
I didn't care.
But I wasn't watching. I was listening. Waiting for the host to reconnect.
Oh, here it comes.
we asked what one we're signed on
Steve.
Steve.
I bet he found it.
I forgot we can't hear Jeremy.
Yes, we can.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we got you.
Yeah, he has to talk for us to hear.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for him to say something, Travis.
It's been a long couple days for my buddy Trav, so.
No, man, last 2 days have been they've been great for a Legions fan. I mean, we all took the day off of work yesterday. We enjoyed G-Con all day. All the discussions were great. The reveals were mind-blowing. We couldn't be happier. Couldn't have been more surprised by a few of them, that's for sure. And then to top it off, by today, it's just been a great event. It's been, from our end, I don't know what other people are experiencing. It's been smooth. The timing has been good. The panels just keep lining right up after each other, one after another, and it's been pretty flawless. I think it's been a win. I don't know. I really got nothing to complain about, and everybody who knows me knows I really like to complain.
That's
welcome to our life.
Yeah. Right. Debbie Downer has been a part of this podcast for a long time. So hey,
I wish you would have, because I would have loved to have seen that confused look on who the heck is he talking about.
Jeremy, if you don't mind, I'd like to actually field this question. It comes from Steve being inherently unlikable. It's not a Jim thing, but yeah, it's more of a Steven thing. You got to tell the story.
Now's not the time. Now's not the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, right off the bat, we have to talk about exactly what we just saw. At the very end, before the giveaways, they hit us with something nobody expected.
No, absolutely not.
It looks like there's going to be a video game of Mythic Legions. I mean, we actually got to see an animation of Gorgo on screen. I mean, is that so? I mean, how's it get cooler than that?
It's about to get cooler than that.
It is about to get cooler than that.
What you guys see here are parchments from the Four Horsemen. They are wax stamped with the Horseman logo. We don't know what's in these envelopes. We were asked to open these and read these to go along with the teaser trailer you just saw. And judging by the comments, I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to wait any longer. So here we go. I am opening up the first parchment, and I've never opened up a wax coated parchment before.
I've only seen this in medieval movies. It's the coolest thing ever.
It is.
It's the icing on the top of the cake in the last 2 days.
I'm going to do it without destroying it. Okay, close enough.
I so don't want to open it.
Okay.
It's so beautiful.
Mythic Legions Tactics. will be a 3D turn-based tactical strategy game forged by you, the Mythic Legionnaires. You will be able to influence the development of the game, make key decisions in the story, and have access to exclusive features and options only available to Mythic Legions fans. Crowdfunding for the game will begin in 2021.
So very Horseman-like. It's crowdfunded.
Yep.
We're going to get it funded to make sure it happens.
Yes, we are.
We as fans get to play a huge role in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll blast that out in a day.
Oh yeah, we'll be. Our wallets will be talking.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
All right. Well, apparently there's some more information here, so it's my turn to try to open up one of these.
I was actually able to save the seal, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's very
It's super cool.
It's tough. The seal is tough.
Oh, nice job, Steven.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, never mind.
All right, mine
My
says
LegionsCast.
War of the Aetherblade is the first season of the game's story,
All right.
and will feature a number of Mythic Legion's favorites from every wave of figures, including some from the wave just announced at LegionsCon.
All right.
Choose your side, change your faction, create your legion.
Oh. All right. So this is super exciting. This is another way to experience Mythic Legions without having to be with your figures. This is going to be epic. The last part here Travis has.
So Travis is the closer.
Right. And this was written specifically for Travis.
Yes.
So
before I open this and read this and probably make a fool of myself.
Why would you say that? What makes you think that that's going to happen?
There's an emphasis on something you said there in the last part of it where I like it. It said you get to create your
right.
The Four Horsemen have always done a very good job of giving us these wonderful, beautiful characters, but also making it so we could do whatever you wanted with them.
Right.
Yeah. And with all the third party stuff and all these really cool pieces that, I mean, we're sitting with a table full of third party stuff right now.
Right.
To have the ability to go into a game and create your own character, if that's where this is headed, it's going to make a lot of fans very happy.
Agreed.
Oh, and here we go. Customize your Legionnaire. Build your forces. Make way through mythos as you fight for the Aetherblade. Amass your legion and vanquish all who stand in your way. A conflagration of vengeance shall be reaped on those who oppose you, and a myriad of surprises await.
You've been wanting it all day yesterday, all day today. Fans, you wanted to hear the baby butcher the words, and he did it. He did not let you down.
So I've noticed a lot of people are asking what kind of platform. I'm going to say we don't know yet.
We don't know.
Right. The details that we're seeing so far, we don't know the answer to that. If I had to guess, I'm going to say mobile.
Yep.
But who knows? You know, now they're doing a very good job of making things cross-platform and all that stuff. Regardless, the fact that there's going to be, I love
customized characters, playable characters, fight, war, bloodshed.
It's a tactics game.
Amazing.
It's everything we would want.
Right.
And I remember, I don't think it was that long ago, the question came up in one of, if you were going to have a Mythic Legions game, what would you want?
You know who asked that question?
Cornboy, wasn't it?
Yeah, CB,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, let the fans do his work for him.
Yeah. Of course.
That's why you and him get along so good.
Yeah, you just surround yourself with smart people.
Yeah. But I do think that that's kind of what everybody kind of said, was they wanted an adventure game, with, a quest or something, an object, and to be able to custom. I think a lot of people said we need the parts library in the game so you can put your character together.
Oh, John Caulfield, Pete and Travis will finally be able to customize.
There you go, guys. This is your time to
I
shine.
customize my insults all the time.
Your time to shine.
I customize my words all the time.
Well, so obviously that is a huge drop for this weekend. A great kind of finale to cap off all the cool stuff they showed us. Here at LegionsCast, we've been trying to pay the best attention we can, and we've been involved actually in quite a few different parts and pieces of both G-Con and LegionsCon. So, Travis, bring us into the next segment.
Well, I think we got to go with right off what they just talked about, and we should talk about Cosmic Legions.
Agreed.
We've all fallen in love with Mythics,
yeah.
and it touched that, just like these guys talked about. The Four Horsemen did this wonderful job of creating this toy line to fit that fantasy need that a lot of us had. For years, I've always wished there was a Dungeons and Dragons based, action figure line. And they finally have given us that. And of course, now Hasbro's like, well, it's time to, they're going to drop a Dritz and who else, of course.
Too late.
It's not only too late, but it's not even close.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, it's not even close, because the Four Horsemen have mastered it and literally keep making it better. So now, as a guy that's like, I like space. I'm a Star Wars fan. I like all that stuff. But I would have told you 2 years ago when they started talking about Cosmic, I was like, yeah, it'll be neat. I'll buy it. But it's not something I have to have. Seeing those teaser pictures and that one, specifically the one that had the actual like astronaut looking
spacesuit.
Yes. Because every little minute detail, and they're amazing with what they do.
Yeah.
They take something that you're like, oh, can you really make an astronaut look that cool? And then you see that picture.
Four Horsemen like, yeah, hold my beer.
Yeah.
So
they alluded to putting Atlas's head on an astronaut. I mean, come on.
Well, and you could. Yeah, you could without a doubt. And that's going to be the fun part of it.
Well, and just the adaptation of the Four Horsemen logo for Cosmic Legions. It gave you a little bit of mech. It gave you a little bit of organic. It gave you a little bit of monster. I mean, I'm excited. I think everybody is. A lot of people were waiting for that cosmic drop, and I think they did it in an absolutely epic way. So
totally epic. I'm excited. I don't know. I literally said to the guys, I guess I got to sell my Hot Toys. I don't have space anymore, and I've got an influx of.
And you've got Space Legions coming.
Exactly. I need space for space.
Right.
How funny is it that the Horsemen talk about they have this concern about taxing their fans.
Yeah.
Our wallets.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's twofold. One, they care. I mean, it's obvious from this kind of adventure, they care.
Right.
But it's also too, they're businessmen, and if you bankrupt your customers, I mean, what good does that do for you? But the reality of it is people just want more.
Right.
And like I said, yesterday watching G-Con and today, and I get it too, I didn't have to host a panel. Looking at you, Jeremy. It was just drama free. Right. I had this great day where I just sat around, and I even kind of was like, man, I don't know if I want to watch that much, talk about something even that I love. And I just sat there, everyone just enjoying it, watching it. It was amazing. And it's so great for us to have this avenue where we can go play with these action figures and kind of immerse ourselves in this world and have friends, also that not only can you sit in the same room, but you can reach out and, talk to them.
For sure.
It just made for a great 2 days.
The comments were absolutely great when they were talking about, coming off the heels of the Olivia reveals from yesterday, and hey, just a ton of, hey, take my money, my wallet's gonna be mad, my wife's gonna be mad. Here comes the second mortgage. My kids don't need to eat. Those were all comments that we saw today on the side of the screen, because people are like, yeah, we're in. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way to get these into our collection.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely awesome. So,
someone, Mike just posted, well, looks like Unicron has to go.
There you go.
Which is so funny. It's a toy you don't even have in your possession yet.
Yeah, you're already like, I'm putting it for sale.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't buy a barge.
And I think about you with Hot Toys. You know, it's this great example of these very beautiful high-end toys.
I love them.
Yeah, but you're like, man, I might need the room.
I don't spend any time playing with them though.
Right, you put them on the
shelf.
shelf.
All my time messing around with Mythic Legions.
Yeah.
So and I'm customizing. I'm buying extras to make customs. My line is everything's getting bigger, and I'm look at how much you got. At some point, you've only got so much square footage, and you have to look at what brings me the most joy. And right now, the two things bringing the most joy to my life are Mythic Legions and Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
So, something's got to give.
What apparently he's making his daughter sleep in the same room now. That's what he said.
Oh, that was before.
So, Jeremy, I know you're out there listening, watching, judging. Can you please roll us some video of the figure reveals from yesterday so that we can really quick just go over and talk about each one? We're not going to spend a lot of time because people have just been doing this, but I'm sure people want to hear our opinion.
And it might be better to do just the pictures as we talk about them instead of the videos. Trev?
Yeah, well, we could talk
Well,
about
either
all
way,
the videos playing. Oh my god.
Well, the videos have sound.
You know what, Jeremy? You're in charge of this, so it's going to be whatever works best for you, buddy. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what happens when Travis makes decisions. That's fine.
It's the right. It's
Here we go. So starting right off with Olivia's Brood, and this is going to be the reveal here and which this was already revealed at, I think.
There's his name. What's his name, Trav?
Varg.
Oh, good job, buddy.
I think that they're trying to make this easier for me. So we talked about this quite a bit already because we saw this figure a while ago, and there was a couple things that we really loved. Steve, of course, loved that he didn't have a shirt on.
Awesome.
And the reality of it is that hulky dwarf aspect, and even just those hands.
Oh, he looks like a strong, tough, little evil. Something you don't want to mess with. I mean, I love it. I love the hands. I love the new wraps around the forearms. Those are going to be reused on a lot of stuff, and it makes me very happy. He is just. I love that figure. I'm very excited. I need 15 of them.
Well, Joe Vespalo brought up on my panel this morning about.
Oh, that's the polo.
Did I say it wrong?
Anyway, come
on. I thought you were doing something else.
Joe, I apologize if I said your name wrong. That was my fault. But he brought up this. He wants gargoyles, and this fits right into. It looks like a gargoyle. It kind of has that same kind of stature and stuff. And I thought that was a really good point because when it hits your eye, that's what I thought too. Was, man, that looks like a gargoyle. That's rad.
Do you guys foresee this figure actually people not buying a lot of it? Don't get me wrong. People are like, I need one of them, but
they're going to Torgan it.
But it ends up being
Torgan Redfin.
I really could see that. Yes, that down, because look, you take that chest, you take the arms, and you put that now on a 1.0 body.
Well, judging by the colors I'm seeing, he could be a bare-chested vampire.
Exactly.
Immediately.
Yeah. So if people sleep on him, he ends up being it. It ends up being probably one of the hottest figures in the line, which is. It was the first one revealed. People have been seeing it for months. Yeah. But I really could see that figure. And like you said, those arm wraps, those hands. I could see that figure being hot. I mean, really hot.
It already is.
So hot, I had to take his shirt off.
Yeah, buddy. All right, Jeremy, next. Does it like ordering Jeremy around like this?
It's fun.
I mean, it's his con.
Yeah. Not his con anymore.
Oh. So good.
And we've seen this before, 17 years ago.
But
with the new clothes, the C. Jessam clothes, I mean, there's wired things on this now. I mean, this is getting to Hot Toys level of stuff where I can make so much wind in my cases, the doors are going to blow open because It's going to be blowing hard. Every skirt, every cloak, every piece of thing is just blowing.
9 inches of pure
And
pleasure.
I'm going to be anal as heck about it. It's like the wind's coming from over there. Everything's got to be blowing this way.
What kills me about this kind of stuff is, I love toys. I absolutely love them. But I am not like a soft goods guy, like from a standpoint of when a soft goods thing comes up on the screen, I'm like, wow, that's really pretty. Steven just was like, oh my gosh, the boots, the fabric, the seams right here on the fabric, which is so funny because I heard Cornboy talking the same way the other day, and he's like, the seams in the cape are just immaculate, and the fact that they're going with these guys, Siegism, is going to make a lot of people giddy.
I'm going to need 9 of these because I'm going to have to sew these together to make a pillow, so just to lay on. So,
Pete, what was the price on that beast?
That beast is, I don't know.
And of course, I didn't say its name, and I missed its name.
Oh my gosh.
Vampire Brute, but I forget its name.
Yeah, it's the Vampire Brute, and I forgot its name too. Yeah, what do you know? That's what we do. That's what we do. We forget names.
This is no fun if Jeremy steps in.
So this thing right here.
Right here. This one. Read it, Trev.
Oh, no wonder he went step in. Decibelus.
Decibelus?
Yeah, Decibelus. He's really loud.
Yeah. Or maybe he doesn't like decibel.
It's a play on a sound, the decibel sound. $55. So I look at that ogre and go,
that's the normal ogre price.
Yeah.
Right.
So they added those soft goods.
Yeah.
And didn't
change the price.
Yeah, they didn't up the price.
The Four Horsemen are worried about our financial situation. I think we should be worried about theirs.
I am. I'm definitely worried. Next. Zylona's Flock.
Gosh, when I saw that,
Make sure you read the name.
I thought Link from Legend of Zelda until we got up a little further and it has that samurai look.
Lord Bardrick. I killed that one too.
Yeah, you killed it, all right. Yeah.
So this is the elf that's on a 1.0 body. It looks like he's just full of new pieces. And matter of fact, I don't see much that isn't new.
I think everything is new tooling except for weaponry, is what they said.
Oh wow, on him. So I'll be honest. At first, when I heard elf on a 1.0 body, I was like, I don't know if that really fits in my like how I view elves. But then I started thinking like halflings, like a human and an elf mate, and then you can go down that road. So I'm like.
Of course, that's where his brain goes.
Well, I mean, I just automatically.
The problem is a halfling is not that.
Well, but
elf, yes, but not a halfling. A halfling's like 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, I know what.
We're in your D&D, Trev.
Anyway, regardless, so his mom's a man and his wife, his woman. Anyway, regardless,
when two people fall in love, are you going to give the birds and the bees speech? Is that where this is going? This is a family.
Jeremy like freaking out. Like he's like, no!
My God is a bird. It's birding.
It's on
fire. I gave it to these guys, and now look at it.
He is beautiful. I cannot wait to have him, and he is going to look amazing on a shelf.
Just abandoned ship. I love it. Yeah. No, he is amazing. I love that figure, and just there's so many parts there. I just want to play with those parts.
Beautiful. $35 price point. Standard figure.
I'm buying 10. All right, next. All right, here we go back to the vampires, which means the name will be real easy to say.
Oh man, this is the one with the falcon.
Yeah.
So
Falcon.
So does he love that falcon? I mean, is that his pet, or he's a vampire?
He loves it.
You think
I think so. He loves it. How is he not? He would have ate it. He would, he's got to love it. It's so funny when this figure gets revealed. Valak.
I think it's like Pete. He doesn't eat us because we do things for him.
Service.
So of everything, why would that be the discussion that happens?
Why doesn't he eat the bird?
Right. Well, here's what I got to know. Inquiring minds. I'm reading all the comments. Everybody's asking, does he love or hate the bird? We need to. What is his relationship with the bird?
It's so odd for a vampire to have a pet.
Is it a friend thing?
I love it.
Does he treat it as a child?
So
does it hunt for him?
Pete's eyes got super big when this figure gets revealed because Pete will only buy GI Joes that come with
Pets.
Yeah, that was initially, and I got over that. But yeah, what was my first thing I said? You remember, Travis?
Yeah.
Here comes the custom 6-inch Spirit.
That's
So,
exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just it's amazing to me, and it's so funny because this is what the Horsemen do. They come up with something, and if I could get inside Treadaway, if I could get inside him,
Right.
in his mind,
Right.
I would just love to see, because he must have like this catalog of like just like figure. I mean, I can't even imagine what it's like. And so when I see something like this that I never would have thought, I never would have said, we need a Vampire Falconeer.
Totally agree.
And then all of a sudden they show it.
Falconeer.
They show it, and I'm like,
we need a 6-inch Falconeer. Do Falcons have ears? Because I'm not sure if they do or not.
That figure is awesome, and if Eric Treadway is listening, stay away from Travis.
Next, please.
Your mind.
We got stuff. We gotta get through this stuff here. Zylona's flock.
Oh.
So how'd you guys feel about him going back to a figure that we've already had?
They did it for the right reasons, and that's what I think means the most.
When I first saw it, I thought, oh, head reuse, and then I saw the name, and I'm like, oh yeah, duh, it's the same stupid character.
You know, I would like to see the hair. When you see the back shot of this hair, I think the hair could be different.
It's beautiful.
It may be. I'm not positive, but
it is beautiful.
I love the first figure, the original figure, but it is hard to play with. It's hard to pose because you get the big heavy wings.
Oh yeah.
You know, mine's in a
and you got to
stand.
put her in the wings. You got to.
Have the wings.
Yes.
And it's going to be cool to have a character because she does have wings, but they're folded down in the back. It's going to be cool to put her on top of that. What's coming?
Yeah.
Or in a battle pose or standing a little bit differently, and you can actually play with that figure because it's the only really complaint I have about the first one is she's not real poser friendly.
Right.
You know, I think it. You look at we talk about this on across all of our shows about the hey, guess what? We've got 4 Cobra Commanders in the first 2 waves of GI Joe. It's a reuse and it's a money grab. The Horsemen didn't do that. The Horsemen didn't do this just to we're going to try to make money off stuff we already have. They created something different, a new experience. Yeah, they were. It was money friendly for them to be able to do it. But they made enough changes to make it make sense.
Many changes.
You know what? Too. Somebody in the Cabal said. I think it might have been Elliot. Oh my gosh, I horrible at that part of it. But he brought up that there's a very good possibility that this is her in a different time frame. Too.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Yeah, and I thought that was a cool idea.
Apparently, Eric said it's actually a new head sculpt.
Oh, okay.
Is it really?
Great.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Yeah, super, super cool. Yep, it's a new hair sculpt, is what Trevor just said too. 427.
And here we go.
Oh,
here's her steed.
How many people watched this and said, what the hell would I ever do with a moose? And then saw this and went, I need a moose. This never crossed anybody's mind. There was nobody sitting in their toy room going, I don't have enough moose. So, and then they see this and people are talking about Army building the moose.
Well, yeah.
Crazy. Beautiful.
What was crazy to me about the moose too was that's one that I shared in on Facebook in the Greatest Toy Group, which is this Facebook group that's just full of people.
It is not the Greatest Toy Group, but it kicked me out after 8 minutes.
Yes.
Whatever.
But this group, people are like, oh my gosh, someone's making a 6. It just that part of it is pretty darn fun.
Yeah. That
it's just a toy that you never thought you needed, but now you're like, how do you not buy that?
And the Horsemen. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It has totally taken Zylona's flock and made a contender.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, there are some factions that they're there, and I've got every one of them so far. But but they're not like my favorite.
Right.
And now I'm like, okay, Zylona's flock. It's a contender now.
They're powerful.
Yeah,
they're bringing it.
I think it would have been very rare that you found a Mythic fan that said that was their favorite faction.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. There's probably a few. You're gonna have some elf lovers
And people that the people that play druids in D&D.
Oh yes,
they're gonna love it. You know?
But most people weren't gonna say that was their favorite faction.
Right.
Now you're right. You got that moose right in the middle with her riding it, and you got the stuff. That's a solid win.
It's rounding out the faction very, very nice.
For sure.
What's the cost on that, Pete?
The cost on the moose is $60.
Yeah,
$60.
I still think that's good.
This was a great, and the Horsemen talked about it. Hey, everybody was like, oh well, why a moose? Because they're doing horses, and it's not that far of a stretch to get to the moose. There's some new toolings on it, but for them to take that and go, hey, we can create something new, using some of the things we have to give depth without breaking their bank. Again, that's a great business decision.
Eric Layton said they're now the Four Horsemen.
You know how many moose knuckle comments there were every time this comes on?
It's good. And there's a lot of people here saying that they've always loved the flock. Alexis,
Come on, buddy.
Sanika Bryant.
Just let it
Just stop.
All right, next, please, sir, kind sir. Right back with the flock again. Oh,
This is my favorite one.
This is the favorite, huh?
This is my favorite of the wave, man. Now, this is a satyr.
Krotos.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, Krotos is the name. But
I know that's how I said
I
it.
think that is correct.
Satyr, satyr, I believe.
Like the guy from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, maybe.
This to me is just beautiful. Like I said, it's my favorite.
We talked about this, and he's got like an old wise samurai look.
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. The head sculpt is amazing, and it's funny because like I've said to you guys before, I'm not really an animal head unless the animal is like ferocious.
Right.
Like but it's funny, man. Thistle Snatch is like become one of my favorites. He's just a beautiful little squirrel or whatever he is. I don't even know, but
fantastic.
But I love him. And then I see something like this, and I'm like, man, it's not Kickapoo, but it's freaking great. All right, next.
There better be a comment about that.
Now this, I'm gonna go back to cloth goods. This is, Baron
Valiger II.
It's like he belongs. His clothing says he belongs in the North from Game of Thrones.
Yes, he does.
But then his armor says he belongs Mythic Legions in.
Oh, I didn't even notice the chest piece yesterday.
I don't understand. So is this Baron's kid, or is this?
He's not Baron Valiger II.
So this figure is amazing.
There's also been a time thing brought up about him because apparently the bios are out for these.
Oh, really?
Somebody said that. I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay.
We could be spreading false information.
We should reach out. We should reach out to guys that have a podcast about Mythic Legions see. Okay.
We should.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks.
He missed it. He was doing his hair.
These guys talked a lot, and they wouldn't let me pay attention.
When you're sitting in a room with two other people that love Mythic Legions and all that's going on is Mythic Legions, you kind of talk over some stuff. Yeah. Beautiful figure.
But that's awesome.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, we'll read those next chapter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. Hey, hey everybody. If you ever for once said the Horsemen don't listen to you, this figure right here makes you a liar.
Aphorus.
It's pronounced Aparius, but yeah.
No, PH is like a Aphorus.
But I think Apharius.
Apharius.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, Apharius. Every time one of these,
the age of Apharius, Trevor Williams.
Every time one of these waves comes out,
yes,
it's funny because of people like a 1/6 shooter, Nate Strong, all these people that post these beautiful pictures. All of a sudden, people on the internet or Instagram are like, "What is that?"
Yeah,
yeah, and that all of a sudden that's when we see this like influx of new fans, and we get people asking the same kind of questions, and then us old farts are like, oh gosh, we got another newbie here, you know.
Yeah.
But this is what happens with this line. They put out a figure like this, and someone's going to be just, you know, sitting there perusing the internet one day, and all of a sudden they're going to see a picture of that figure, or a review or whatever, and they're going to be like,
where is that from?
Right.
What
is
in
that?
the world?
And then the next day they're on the Cabal asking how much a Blood Knight is worth.
Yes.
Right.
Hey, I'm looking for a Blood Knight for maybe $65.
Yeah, I don't want to break the bank.
Does anyone have one
I
available?
don't want to break the bank.
The problem with a photographer like 1/6 shooter is he could take a piece of junk and make it look incredible. Now you hand him something incredible, and holy cow!
We should go see him in person, see if he can take pictures of us and make us look good.
Hey, Cornboy, you guys came. Cornboy jumped in and said the torso on the Centaur body is larger than a 1.0 body and smaller than an ogre body.
Yeah, I knew
It's
that.
an
And I paid
in-betweener.
attention yesterday.
Oh, you didn't.
No, I didn't. That's awesome. And you know, because it boggled my mind because of that picture. Because I was like, my brain can't wrap around it. It looks too small. Exactly what he said. And
Trevor said some things are impossible, Steve.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Oh, man. Jeremy, how much time we got left? What are we looking at here? 10 minutes. Holy crap.
Here she is.
Okay. Olivia and
great use of the scales. The weaponry is amazing. The extra arms, the soft goods, hands down amazing.
I'm so happy that she actually has a beautiful face. I was, you know, if they had made her a monster, I would have still loved it regardless. But it is cool that she's got this beautiful face, but also is absolutely terrifying.
She is. Look at the head sculpt on that horse.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
the horse is amazing.
The bat wings and the spine down the nose.
I mean, I hate to stop us from talking about her, but this horse.
So three mounts,
so cool.
3 mounts in this wave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, two mounts and a centaur, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, but you could ride the centaur. I mean, I'm gonna.
I bet he would disagree with you.
The moose. Yes.
Olivia and Phobos as a 2-pack. What was the price on that?
$90.
$90. To
Which
me,
is
that's
a $10 savings.
yeah.
I think.
To me, that's crazy.
It's 100. They're 100 separate.
Yeah, the guys were talking about the buy-in on this, the all-in,
right?
And $495
for 11 figures.
To me,
at 10, you're at $49.50 a piece.
To me, that's crazy, and I know that people are listening right now and going, "That's a lot of money," and I got a budget, and I got to do. We understand that, and we totally support that. But the best advice we can give you: go all in.
Go all in.
Maybe even go all in ×2, because you will be able to use those figures, if not for customs, which obviously you guys have seen over these last 2 days. There is a huge world out there, but also the fact that you can use those for trade bait.
Yes.
I mean, and that's so what we do. You know, it's a lot of trade.
If you can afford it, that's the way to go. And also, if there's a figure you're on the fence about, you're like, man, I don't know, it's pretty cool, but I'm gonna skip that one. Don't do it. For 2 reasons. Once you see it in hand, your chances of you falling in love with it are high. And secondly, just because you don't like it, someone else will love it. And they will, and it'll be trade bait, or it could be the figure you don't like might be the most expensive one in the line. Right. Torgon was like that. Torgon was like that for me. I did not fall in love with that figure until I got him in hand.
Yeah.
You know, and I ordered him anyways because I had already learned from previous waves that that's what you do. I mean, obviously, if you can afford it.
Yes. Yeah, and we're not telling you to, mortgage your house or anything like that, but
I'm telling you that.
Make some good decisions. Let's take a look here at some of the comments.
Braces. They can chew just fine.
Nothing is more expensive than regret. Eric Layton, you hit the nail on that. That's what we say about marriage.
Joe Russo said Travis wants to get that centaur in his hot tub. Fact. Yep.
If they ever made an aquatic figure, would you play with it in your hot tub, Trav?
Maybe. All in is the way to go.
Gonzalez says no scalping, Steve.
No scalping.
All right, hit us with the next one, Jeremy.
I think
I think that's it.
I think that was it.
We ended it with Olivia.
Are you sure?
Thank you,
it.
Jeremy.
Oh, okay. Well, ignore me, Jeremy.
Tim Sawyer said, "I'm all in going forward." You know, it's a hard thing to do.
I
And
hate
it's
that
tough.
Travis put his shirt back on.
I wanted to take it off so bad, but you know, I'm trying to. You know, not only are we going with you guys, we're live on YouTube, so we just, you know, we're trying to be. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. These figures, I can't. There isn't one that I don't like. I mean, when a wave of Hasbro G.I. Joe figures comes out, there's usually something I'm like,
why'd they do this?
Yes,
that was dumb.
Marvel Legends,
Yeah,
the same thing. And it's amazing how I've really shifted my focus to this line, but it's because the Horsemen don't let us down. I mean, what is the biggest complaint that people have against the Horsemen right now? We want to buy more figures and we can't.
Yeah.
Okay, and they get it. They totally understand it. But it is not that, well, that figure was really a dud.
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't work out that way.
It doesn't.
It's an amazing time to be buying toys, and I really got to say that I'm thankful for what the Horsemen have done, and this has been an amazing experience in itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Top to bottom. I mean, G-Con yesterday, LegionsCon today. Don't get me wrong. A couple of long days. And it was missing a lot of what a real con would be. We would have loved to have been in the same room. We would have loved to have been to high five and knuckle bump and hug and see everybody and toast beers and do all of that. When that wasn't possible, this is about the next best thing. What Jeremy created these last couple of days, of course, you know, with the Horsemen and with Lord Viteris and the crew behind the scenes to give the fans something like this to do in lieu of a real con. And under the circumstances, everybody's a little bit down right now. The weather's starting to change where we are. You know, we're losing daylight. We're losing warm weather.
Not losing weight in Michigan here.
We are not losing weight. We're packing it on pretty good. So, you know, they call it the freshman 15, talking about the COVID-19. You know what I mean? So, but this was, again, a great experience. I know I was absolutely honored to be asked to be a part of it as a moderator and as a co-host of LegionsCast, to be able to talk to the Horsemen and talk to so many talented people, or hear so many talented people talk about this. It comes back to what the Four Horsemen did when they said, "Hey, we're setting out to make a line, and this is where it's come." And we can't thank them enough for that.
No, this has been great. It's, you know, without being, like Pete just said, without being able to get together, we're still walking away from a weekend feeling like we had an event.
Yep.
You know, we still had a Mythic Legions celebration. You know, and got to share that with tons of the people that you know are behind the line. Creators of what?
No,
yeah, I can't read it.
Okay, so yeah, creators of the line and the people who contribute and got to just have a perfect old time.
Yeah, I think it's funny. We made the joke that we've gone full nerd because we loved going to cons. Like, going to cons is one of our favorite things to do. Obviously, that's you know, out of the picture right now. And then we made the joke that we've gone so nerd that now you literally can sit in your mom's basement and go to the con
and attend the con.
Yeah. And
no deodorant necessary.
Right. I mean, if we hadn't been doing this, I'd be sitting in my hot tub right now with a computer going, watching this.
Yeah.
And it's while I thought it was going to be kind of weird, it was literally amazing. And the fact that the technology, and then having someone like Jeremy who literally can run this whole event, answer our phone questions.
Yeah. He's in between. I'm like talking to him. I'm like, so do you think Attila is is the half brother of Atlas?
Right,
like,
right.
Blah blah blah. And sending me paragraphs back.
Yeah.
And somehow he's on the screen talking, doing a panel at the same time.
And you know what's funny? The dude probably still is like, I still got a lot to say. I'm going to have to do a Mythic Conversations tonight.
Well, in full disclosure, Jeremy actually messaged me a couple of days ago, a super nice little, "Hey, bud, I noticed you haven't registered for LegionsCon yet. I was like, yeah, I should probably do that. And he gave me the thumbs up. So last night, like midnight, I messaged Len because I didn't have the heart to message Jeremy and say, hey, I screwed up and didn't do it yet. And so Len gave me a code, my Wolf King code, so I could get in because I didn't want to ask Jeremy for it. So I was not as prepared as I probably should have been. But
yeah, we got to say definitely big props and thanks to Jeremy and of
huge.
course the Four Horsemen for not only putting these toys out but also being so willing to connect and listen to their fans and then move this line forward. I mean, the game news is huge for us. Like it's what fans have been asking for, which is the next step in the story.
While we're waiting for these waves to come in, we're literally going to be able to play a game. We're going to have something to play with every day.
Right. And how rad is it going to be when I create such a badass character that they decide to make a figure out of it, of my game figure?
Oh, that's going to happen, huh?
Oh, I guarantee it's going to happen. So.
Well, like you said, now Pete and I finally get to make some figures, and we're going to become master consultant customizers as well.
Right.
Yeah. Get ready.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be a lead tester.
What's really funny is when you got that letter, they weren't asking you to be a lead tester. They were asking you to be a lead tester. They wanted you to drink the water and make sure it didn't screw you up.
Drew Grubbs wants to know what is each of our favorite figure from this wave.
That's really hard, but I want to say, and I don't know the names real well. Gosh, yeah.
Which one is it?
Just describe it.
Describe it.
The one that I can't. He's the guy on the 1.0 body that looks like that's an elf.
Barbrick, the elf.
Yes.
Or Bardrick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bobby. I also like Bobby, but I'm going to say it's going to be kind of crazy, but it is going to end up being the vampire-like dwarf. Yeah. I just love the look of that little, and I am a vampire dude. Like I like the vampires. I like that dark corner. I've always been a Dracula fan. When I think of like that most recent, I want to say, I can't remember if it was called Bram Stoker, but anyway, there were that Dracula in the red armor going out and just that's the kind of story I love. And I see that little broody monster with those clawed hands and that face. I'm like, God, I love it.
Kronos, man. Something about that head sculpt. What do they call those feet? Cloven feet?
Hoof.
The hooves?
Sure. Yeah.
Like a bovine creature?
I think Jimmy's laughing at us.
He is laughing.
He does.
He knows all this little critter terminology.
Right. So.
Yeah. What is it?
Every time I come in here. My vape's out there for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh. Such a great. Did I say that correct? A satyr? Do you know? Okay, cool.
I don't think you really can go wrong.
No.
And what's funny is I know you're saying that right now that's your favorite, but as soon as these figures drop, and I think people like with all these new parts, especially people are going to be like, all of a sudden, well, this figure, I might have said this one was my favorite, but now I need 10 of this guy.
It happens to me every wave.
Yeah.
Well, and if you said, hey, gun to my head, tell me why this is your favorite figure, and then handed me any of them, I could tell you why it's my favorite. I could give you the pieces and parts of what makes it great to me. So, and that's, it always goes back to the Four Horsemen, man. They just know what they're doing.
Right now, I think I almost want to change my vote to Olivia herself. She's amazing. That figure is just cool.
And I wondered too that they mentioned with the deluxe 2-pack with Olivia and Phobos.
Phobos.
I wonder, is that just the fact that they're together, or is there additional accessories in there? Is that what makes it deluxe?
Eric said that the moose head will go on a ogre body.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have the
All right.
you're gonna have the best damn Bullwinkle custom ever.
For the ones.
You can either be accurate or funny, and we always choose the latter. So.
You are? Is that new? Did you just sign up? Oh.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
We
Thanks for
appreciate you having us, man.
Cody, can you put the sound back on the TV?
We did it. I'm sorry. These are neat as shit, man.
For the Facebook listeners,
What?
the viewers,
I thought we.
sorry, the YouTube.
You know what I mean? Right underneath there.
We got to say big shout out to producer Cody,
Yes.
who definitely made this weekend work for us.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at.
Cody, I just end stream, right?
Yeah.
Dave Hunt was watching. Woohoo.
That was good stuff, man.